So you sent over that article this week, Russian military planes near Alaska again.
Yeah, definitely caught my attention.
So for today's deep dive, let's try and unpack that a bit, go beyond just the headline. We've got this report detailing the detection.
Right.
And we want to figure out, what's the deal with this air defense identification zone, what NORAD did, if this is like normal.
Right.
And the bigger picture.
Well, the first thing, the report confirms Russian warplanes were detected near Alaska just this past Tuesday.
Okay.
But, and this is important, they didn't actually cross into U.S. or Canadian airspace. The report's quite clear on that.
Not our airspace.
Okay.
But they did enter this ADIZ, Air Defense Identification Zone.
Yeah.
What exactly is that? Why is it significant?
Okay, so think of the ADIZ as, well, kind of a buffer zone, maybe. It's international airspace, technically.
Yeah.
But if you're flying in it, you need to identify yourself. It's basically for national security and early warning setup. So, yeah, not a violation of sovereign territory, but Russia entering the ADZ, it definitely gets noticed.
And that brings in NORAD, right? North American Aerospace Defense Command. How did they respond this time?
Well, the report says NORAD knew about it. They called it routine monitoring.
Routine.
Yeah, they're stressing it wasn't seen as like an immediate threat. But, constant vigilance is the name of the game for them.
Sure.
They've got layers, right? Satellites, ground radar, fighter jets kind of waiting in the wings.
This sounds familiar, though. Hasn't this happened fairly recently?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look back, what was it, 2 months ago? U.S. jets actually intercepted Russian planes.
Intercepted, like flew up alongside them.
Exactly. Bombers and fighters. I think the report said 2 of each.
Wow.
And what's kind of interesting, the report notes Russia then sent more jets back just a couple of days later.
Huh. That feels less routine.
It could be seen that way, yeah. More than just standard operations, perhaps.
And wasn't there that really close callback in September, the one caught on video?
Oh, yeah, the near miss. A Russian fighter and a U.S. one getting uncomfortably close.
That sounds genuinely dangerous.
It really does. And it sort of highlights the risk, doesn't it? When these things happen more often and they're closer together, the chance of a mistake, a miscalculation, it just goes up.
So when the report says NORAD didn't see this latest flight as an immediate threat, how do they, judge that?
It's probably a mix of things. What kind of planes, how many, their flight path, their behavior,
Right.
The report suggests this specific incident, the one on Tuesday, just fell within what they'd normally expect to monitor.
Okay. So this ADIZ zone, it's not just a line on some map. It's pretty key for keeping tabs on things.
Precisely. As NORAD points out, it's, vital, really, for identifying any aircraft getting near North American airspace, even if they stay international. It buys time, crucial time.
And you have to remember the context, too. It's a pretty tense global situation overall.
Exactly right. These incidents, they really underscore the complexities we're dealing with internationally and why that vigilance is just constantly needed.
Okay, so wrapping this up,
Yeah.
the main point seems to be Russian planes were near Alaska, didn't enter sovereign airspace this time.
Correct.
But it's part of this bigger pattern of increased activity up there. And NORAD is, watching constantly.
That sums it up well. It's the sustained nature of these flights that's really the key takeaway, I think.
Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it, about that line between just routine watching and the potential for something to go wrong, especially when it keeps happening. What does all this steady activity actually mean for long-term stability in the Arctic? Something to chew on.
Thanks.